Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is for the Rocktagon Welterweight Championship. This bout is sanctioned by the Ohio State Athletic Commission, your executive director, Ernie Profato, your lead inspector, Gary Saras, and your officials at cage side are John Clock, John Belts, and Brian Monroe. Your physician at cage side is Dr. Jerome Williams, and your timekeeper is Gino Camelli. And ladies and gentlemen, once the action begins, your referee in charge will be Jerry Chris. Introducing first, in the blue corner, he is an MMA fighter standing 5 feet, 9 inches tall. He weighed in at 168 pounds. He has an impressive record of 4 wins, no losses. 3 of those wins coming by way of submission. Coming to you from Team Ascension in Tillsonburg, Canada. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Xavier Spartacus Nash. And his opponent in the red corner, he's a freestyle fighter standing 6 feet tall. He weighed in at 167 1/2 pounds. He also has an impressive record of 5 wins with 1 loss. 1 of those wins coming by way of knockout. Coming to you from Wrestling Factory in Cleveland, Ohio, let's hear it for Josh, the Romanian Hammer, Krizan. And once again, your referee to give the final instructions, Jerry Chris.
You've received your instructions. You know what's on the line. Give me a good, clean fight. If you're going to touch them up, do it now, because when the door closes, we are going to get it on.
Cleveland, Ohio, make some noise. This is round 1.
Xavier Nash 4-0 in the black trunks. Josh Krizan 5-1 in the white trunks, and they're fighting for some hardware. The Rocktagon Elite Series welterweight title is on the line. They touch gloves, and they're ready to get after it. As you said, 2 very disciplined fighters, and right away, Josh Krizan looking for the takedown, but a good job of stopping it for the time being by Xavier Nash.
Xavier is strong, and it's not a big deal for him to get taken down. Like I said, he's the robot. He's fine in the bottom position in the guard. I know he didn't want to be. I mean, you're always in a dominant, better position when you're on top with more submission attempts or more submission options. However, you know, he didn't panic. He threw a leg kick, and obviously Josh just closed that in and took him down, took advantage of it.
And when you study jiu-jitsu the way that Xavier Nash does, you're very comfortable working out of the guard, and that's where he has Josh Krizan right now.
Yep.
And both these guys, you're going to see, it's not going to look like there's a ton of action going on, but as you said, slow, methodical, and one of them will find an advantageous position out of what they're doing.
And right now Xavier's climbing his legs up high. This is not a, you know, like you can look here, he's looking for like a little arm bar, like a weird arm bar on Josh, and he's basically climbing his legs now. He, you know, retreated, but like I said, this is going to be a human chess match of position, and it might not be the slobber knocker of a heavyweights that don't know what they're doing, just banging. This is a technical match.
This is like a defensive battle in the NFL. It's 2 teams, a chess match back and forth. These guys both know what each other likes to do, and they're both going to work it. Obviously, Josh Krizan, very good, a wrestler, and he's going to try to work that ground and pound out of this position. He's got to be careful, though, because Xavier Nash can slap a submission on you in no time flat.
Xavier's got, he's slick. Like I said, what did he come in with, a purple or a blue belt?
Blue belt, yeah.
Blue belt, like I said, I think he's – let me just say this. There's black belt. There's guys who hold a black belt in jiu-jitsu who are not as good as Xavier. And a lot of that is politics, and I don't understand that all the time. You know, we had a guy at Nutter MMA who honestly was a white or yellow belt, and he went into the Arnold Classic 2 years ago and in the black belt division and beat everybody he had. So belts are one thing. It's what you know, or basically how long you've committed to the sport. But, you know, there's no denying, you know, who's the toughest.
Yeah, you're right. Belts are to hold your pants up. The knowledge is what wins inside the cage.
You're absolutely right.
And Xavier Nash here still was able to deliver a little bit of damage in that exchange before they separated, but Josh Krizan right back on top of him and still in the guard. You can see Xavier Nash just looking to kind of twirl away from the damage there. Krizan just trying to make a little bit of room so he can throw some punches.
Yeah, and both guys are in shape. Like, as they're stretching and moving, I just see lumps on their body that I didn't even know I had. I don't see those lumps in the mirror, and I think they're muscles. But I haven't seen those in a lot of years, but I'm a little jealous of them. So
End of round number one nearing right now. Is Krizan working the body now.
Great round, and, you know, great round for Josh.
Very technical first round. Josh Krizan was able to get him down on the mat and then just work Xavier Nash and not let him get into a good position. You know, and it may have looked like not a lot was going on, but how much do you think it took for Krizan to keep Xavier Nash from wiggling out and doing something differently out of that guard?
Well, obviously he was on his defense the whole time. He always had to be watching as Xavier's climbing his legs up. You got to watch for a triangle. You got to watch for an armbar. But you know, just always thinking about that. But at the same time, you got to do enough damage so the referee doesn't put you back up on your feet.
Yeah.
So you do have to open up a little bit and get aggressive. So it's a little bit of reading the referee too and the action of the crowd, and he did a great job. Basically, he got the takedown in the first 20 seconds, and he was able to ground and pound for the whole round. So I'm going to give the first round to Josh. One, because he took down and grounded and pounded.
It is Rocktagon 24, Art of War, live from the La Villa Event Center in Cleveland, Ohio. Will Burge alongside Nick Nutter. And we're about to crown a Rocktagon Elite Welterweight champion as Xavier Spartacus Nash and Josh Krizan going at it. And round number one in the books, we both agree. Josh probably took that, but it was very close. And you're going to see probably more of a similar game plan, but as we talked about before, just like the NFL and other sports, every time there's a break in the action between the rounds, you know, your strategy can change a little bit. They touch gloves. Once again, Nash in the black trunks, Krizan in the white, trading in the middle, a couple punches back and forth, and Krizan takes him right back down.
Takedown again. And he's going to close the distance. However, Xavier's got his leg, you know, Xavier's looking to climb his legs up high. He might have a triangle attempt, but Josh is doing a good job of using the fence. Okay, his corners tell him to posture and get out because this is going to be a tight triangle.
And Xavier Nash is trying to crank that triangle from the one side, but Krizan is able to do some damage with his left hand as long as he doesn't go night-night over there.
Now the other, you know, I don't know how tight it is right now, but what Josh could do is, as I say, cartwheel out. Now he's going to watch for an armbar too.
This is tight. Dangerous territory for Josh Krizan. And it's exactly what Xavier Nash wants. He gets those legs elevated, gets you down into that triangle, and he is controlling the action now. Referee Jerry Chris right on top of it. Look at Josh. Escapes.
Yeah, well, now he's in a little danger with his arm. His arm's caught there in an omoplata. Wow, this is so high technical. Like, we're looking on the screen right now, you could even see how his arm's bent weird. What Xavier's going to try to do is roll his wrist so that he can get the, you know, the
straightens it out.
The lever point on the elbow joint.
You got to put the tension the right way.
And this
got out again.
This is a battle of inches. It's how your wrist is rolled and stuff to avoid the. These guys are. I don't know why they're amateurs. They are high-level pros right now.
Well, now it's coming to the point now where there's so much money on the line in the professional ranks. You better be ready to fight at your highest level. And guys are taking their time before they turn pro. But it won't be long before you see both these guys fighting for money inside the cage.
And they're gonna be dominant pros. Yeah. These guys are both amateurs, and however, you know, these guys are really pros. Both of them.
I would agree.
This is amazing.
Professionals are still fighting down at the amateur level.
Yeah, and that's what you get at Rocktagon MMA. Yeah. We are the up-and-coming league, and if you hold an amateur belt in Rocktagon, you're going to beat 70% of all the pros out there in your own weight class. So it's something to be proud of, and I'm just glad I'm part of it.
Jerry Chris stands him back up. Xavier Nash and Josh Krizan don't touch gloves. They go right back at it. Krizan going in for a takedown. This time, Xavier Nash on top, and he's in the mount.
It's a full mount.
And very calmly, Chris Krizan staying up, and now taking some left hands from Nash on top. A right, a left there.
I don't think he was expecting to go down on his back, and he is, okay, he did retrieve his position at least to a half guard, but this is not where he wants to be.
Especially not with someone who's very fluid at jiu-jitsu, but only 10 seconds to go in the second round. If this would have happened earlier on, Xavier Nash might have had something he could do. Now he's just going to have to try to do some damage before the bell rings.
Absolutely right. And, you know, they not saved by the bell because Josh is a great fighter too, but Xavier is a guy you don't want to put on top of you.
Yeah, you don't want in that position for sure.
He's a robot slash snake.
But the best part about this is now we have one round that probably went to Josh as round number 1. Round number 2 was probably stole there by Xavier Nash. This could be an even fight going into the third and final round for the Rocktagon Elite Welterweight Championship belt. And as you see the beautiful ring girls walking it around the cage there, both guys' corners giving them their advice, switching up that game plan. And here you go. Here, as he's trying for the armbar, and as you said, he needed to roll that wrist over because the arm's still bending fine.
It's a matter of inches the way his arm is rolled. And like I said, I just wanted to say that I love my wife and she's gorgeous and beautiful, but I just did for some reason it looked like Jax had a really nice personality when she was walking around. So I want to give a shout out to our ring girls, Chrissy, Brianna, Jax, Nikki, and Allison. And we do ring girl search.
These are the regional qualifiers actually from this area.
This is sort of a big deal. If you're a member of a Rocktagon ring girl, that's pretty high status.
Yes.
So people out there listening right now, if you guys are interested, please visit RocktagonMMA.com and sign up to be a regional ring girl. And I guarantee you'll enjoy what you get with it.
Third and final round of this championship bout. Xavier Nash in the black trunks, 4-0. Josh Krizan, 5-1 in the white trunks. Pretty even here through 2
nice
rounds.
Left hand. Nice left hand.
And Xavier Nash rocked a little bit, but stays up, delivers a kick back. Eats another right hand there in that exchange, but he delivers a left back himself.
Yeah, Xavier does not have an answer for that left hand.
Now they're going to back right up against the cage again. Xavier Nash.
Oh, watch for a knee to the belly. There it was.
Gave it to him, but now double leg, and he's down again.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Krizan's got him right back where he wants him.
Yeah, and right now the time is ticking. He's on top with a takedown, and this is obviously what he needs to do to win the fight. Let the clock keep ticking, stay on top in a dominant position, and like you said, it might be 1 round to 1. He's got to win this round.
You can see James Jetta in the sunglasses behind the shot there. It's the CEO of Rocktagon MMA. Started this thing up with Lorenzo Gentili. It's really taken off. Melissa Summers over on the right side of that shot. Watching on is 2 of the best young fighters in the entire country go at it, and Xavier Nash and Josh Krizan.
Yep.
And Josh now working the punches, flips back over, and he's in the half guard now. And Xavier Nash really needs to start making something happen here as we're at the middle point of round number 3 in this championship bout.
Yeah, he's not taking damage. He's not hurt, but he's not winning. He's not winning the fight. And I wanted to comment on James. When you're cool, the sun shines on you 24 hours a day. That's why he's wearing the shades here at Rocktagon.
Hey, when you're the boss, you do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah, and James, just I said that in a good way, and I love you, by the way.
And Xavier Nash still on the bottom of this exchange. Going to have to try to make something happen. If it rides out like this, Josh Krizan could end up being the Rocktagon Elite Series welterweight champion. Krizan basically trying to ride him out here for the final part of the third round, but Xavier Nash gets out now. They stand back up into almost a grappling formation. Josh trying to grab a single leg.
And Xavier's looking for a guillotine, but you can see a little of fatigue in his face. He's losing his strength right now.
Xavier Nash just
trying to look for a single leg dump. That is sort of, okay, he let it go. And Xavier was smart. Like I said, sometimes you squeeze too hard and you waste energy. Xavier decided to, give up on that and stay in a good position. However, time is running out.
Time is running out here as Josh Krizan controlling the third and final round of this championship bout. Xavier Nash trying to roll over, not able to get out there. He's going to have to make. He's going for the arm, though.
Yeah, we're looking for a Kimura from the bottom position. And what Josh has to do is just hold on to his knee pad.
He lost it, though. 10 seconds to go. It's a race against the clock.
Yeah, it is a race. What he didn't want to do is let that wrist come out. He's in slight trouble here, but with 10 seconds, you might be
and Josh probably was able to hold on there.
I'm going to say a 29-28 for Josh Krizan.
I have a feeling that might be the outcome, too, but you never know when you let it go to the judges' scorecards. Right. Great fight there, and there you go. As you always say, you want to see both fighters hands in the air because judges look at things like that as well. Who believes they've won the bout?
Show confidence and act like you've been there.
And there's a reason that both these guys are some of the top fighters, some of the top young fighters. And here you go on the replays. You see up against the cage here. This was the final takedown by Krizan. As much as Xavier Nash tried to stay away from it, you're going to see fatigue. He ended up just having to get up or give up and get dumped down on the mat one final time.
And you can see fatigue in his face, and if you're a wrestler guy, you're going to like this. This is called a single leg dump. And basically, when you get that leg up, there's one way that he can't support, and he's going to dump him right back here left on his butt. And I don't know if Xavier really fell or if he's going for the guillotine, but great technique.
All right, goes to the judges' scorecard, so let's send it up cage side to Don DeNoyer for the official decision. Somebody's taking home some hardware.
Ladies and gentlemen, give these two fighters one more round of applause. That is how a championship battle is supposed to be. So at the end of 3 championship rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards where we have a split decision. Judge John Belt scores about 29-28 for Josh. Judge John Clark scores about 29-28 for Xavier. And Judge Brian Monroe scores about 29-28 for your winner. In the red corner, Josh, the Romanian Hammer, Krizan. And let's hear it one more time for Xavier Nash.
All right, I'm here with your winner, Josh Krizan. And Josh, congratulations. Very. Oh, okay. You know what? Give a shout out to him. You got family out there?
Guys, thanks for coming, guys. It means a whole lot.
How tough of a fight was that with Xavier? I know he's extremely technical, and you got to watch what you're doing on the mat, but you were able to control most of the action.
He's very tough. He had me in a triangle there. I think it was right there. And I felt like I was going to pass out. And from there, he switched to the Kimura and armbar or omoplata, whatever that is. And then I heard my arm like pop and stuff. I was going to tap, but I didn't want to lose, so I just figured to go, whatever.
You hung in there. You got the hardware. Anybody you want to thank?
I want to thank everybody for coming out to see me. I appreciate it, guys. My coaches, Brian, Vincent, Paul, guys, thanks a lot. I appreciate you guys. Come out here and support me and stuff.
All right, one more huge round of applause for the elite welterweight champion, Josh Krizan.